How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to be demonstrating what I like to call independent fire service. And this is not what you think it is. Basically, I'll explain it this way and then I'll demonstrate it. What you do is you turn phase 1 on, then you turn phase 2 on. You actually need 2 fire keys for this, and then you go back out with the first fire key and turn phase 1 off. This is really only useful if there's a bank of more than one elevator, but basically what that does is it isolates one elevator from the rest, so that way it can be used in fire service and the others can be used in normal service. Now, of course, in a fire emergency, you wouldn't really want to do that. And the fire alarm initiating device would normally have every elevator in recall automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and open the panel right now, and I will leave this key in the phase 2 key switch here. If I can just get it in right, there we go. And here's my other fire key. So I like to use this one because it's original, but this is the one I use when I don't have this one on me. All right, let's get going with the demo. So we'll go ahead and send it up to 2 in normal service. I will stick my fire key in and turn phase 1 fire service on. So now the elevator is going to proceed to 2 and then come back down here. And at this point, all the call buttons on every floor are completely disabled. And here it is. So basically, there's no difference between this and having both phases on, but we're going to go ahead and switch phase 2. Actually, yeah, I should demo that first. So all the buttons are disabled except for the alarm and the phone. We'll go ahead and switch phase 2 on. The fan shuts off. So now, if we want to put this in independent fire service, we need to turn phase 1 back off. So I'll insert this key, go to bypass, hold for 5 seconds, then off. This fire hat goes out, indicating that we are now an independent fire service. These 2 fire hats are still on. So now, if I want to close the door, once again, I got to hold it in. If I let my finger off, it opens back up. Close the door completely. Almost forgot. I'm going to demo the call cancel first. So, say you select a floor you didn't want to go to, or you select all the floors. Elevator is not going to move with the door open, obviously, but you can cancel your call by clicking call cancel. And I'll show it again up here. So now we'll completely close the door. All right, let's take it up to 2. All right, the door's not opening, and this is for safety. It's an intended feature in fire service, because if this were the fire floor, you don't want fire to come shooting into the elevator. So press door open, take a peekaboo. If you see fire out there, let off the button, the door closes instantly. Hold the door open until it's completely open, and now I can remove my finger from the button. Safety eye is disabled. It can't tell the difference between a person and smoke. So if I hold door close in, stick my foot out in front, it's still closing until I let off the button. And I'll put my key on hold, and that makes the elevator inoperable from this floor. so that way no one else can use it if you're departing from the elevator to inspect for potential fire. So here's the second floor. Looks very beautiful. It's a pretty gloomy day here in Oswego. Again, call buttons are disabled. All right, now let's go up to 3. So if you hold the door open button and the floor button has not gone out, it won't open. It has to level. All right, I'm gonna turn it to hold once more so that way I stay accountable for my key. And here is the third floor. It's got motion censored lights. See down the hallway there? Work is coming along well. Yep. Interesting how it's right next to the call button. Now, if we want to send this back down to the recall floor for another firefighter, we're going to turn it off. Now, this is something that varies by elevator manufacturer, possibly by state code, depending on how things are. But at least in this elevator, turning it off still sends it to the recall floor, even in independent fire service. So we'll turn it off. And now it's automatically going back down to the recall floor. And once it gets there, fire service is going to be turned off automatically because we've already turned the phase 1 switch off. And as you can see, it just went back to normal. So basically, independent fire service stays in effect with the phase 2 switch on once you turn phase 1 off. And then it stays that way until you turn the phase 2 switch off at the main floor. Or, at least in the case of this elevator, when you return to the main floor by turning it to off. That doesn't work in every state or in every elevator. I'm not sure what it's dependent on. At least in New York City, there was one elevator video I saw where turning it back to off didn't send it back down to the main floor. And I'm not really sure why that was, but maybe it's just, could have been the New York City code, or it could have been how the elevator was designed. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did, and stay tuned for more.